Most people say they want to grow. They say they want change, discipline, success. But if you watch closely, what they actually chase isn't growth, it's validation. Because validation feels good instantly, it gives you that dopamine hit. Growth feels good eventually, but just takes time. And most people choose the feeling that comes faster. It's always about fast, never about the slow grind. Immediate contrast equals attention plus reflection. Welcome back to the Marcus Allgood Show. I appreciate everybody watching, listening, sharing the show. If you're getting value out of this, please smash the like button and share it with a friend. I'm sure somebody out there you know could benefit from this. So let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about how validation feels better than just growth. Growth, we talked about a couple times where it just takes time and it's uncomfortable. It's not sexy. It takes a long time. And just posting something and trying to get some likes and just get some validation. Or if you do something in front of your parents or in front of your boss and you're like, look at me, look what I did. You did it once, but you're not changing. You're not growing. You're just you did it once and you're looking for validation and you probably won't do it again. So the difference between validation and growth is validation, you're looking for approval, looking for likes, agreement, sympathy, recognition, being seen. Like, look at me, look at me. It's all about you. It's not about the growth. But growth, it's got discomfort, correction, effort, failure, change, responsibility. That's where true growth comes in. Once you start getting into all those, like the discomfort's hard. Nobody likes discomfort. Nobody wants to go through it. Nobody likes getting told that they did it wrong and get corrected. Like it's great. Like it doesn't make you feel good when you go through these. Where the validation makes you feel good. You get that warm, fuzzy feeling from it, and the growth like hits you hard and like kind of knocks your shoulders down a little bit. And you're like, man, okay. But then you think about it and then you grow from it and you become a better person. So, truth bomb is validation tells you you're okay. Growth asks you to become better. Most people prefer reassurance over transformation. And I've grown over the last 10, 15, 20 years into a completely different person than I was 25 years ago. And I'm super happy about it, super grateful. And it's one of those things that if you're not growing, you're going to be stuck in that same time period. So if I didn't start growing at 32, 33, I could be stuck at age 25 or 30 and still living the same life, still drinking the same amount of alcohol, still doing the same drugs, still trying to hang out with the same people or hanging out with people younger than me, thinking I was the cool guy in quotation marks that was still out partying. Like you just don't want to be that guy. You want to be in the growth mode, changing over time and be a better person than you were 10 years ago. So how validation disguises itself as growth. This is where you start recognizing patterns. People say they want growth, but they post instead of practice, talk instead of train, share struggles instead of solving them. If you're not a problem solver, you're probably just out there complaining the whole time. Seek advice they won't apply. That absolutely drives me nuts. I get people all the time asking me for workout advice and nutrition advice that you know they're not going to use, and it's just a waste of time. Choose applause over accountability. A lot of people just like to be applauded and just be like, "Oh, good job! Can't believe you did that." Blah blah blah. But they don't want to take accountability for what they've actually done. Some things that it looks like announcing goals instead of pursuing them, seeking encouragement instead of discipline, wanting understanding instead of change. Talking about growth often replaces doing it. So one thing you got to do is just don't even announce it. Just go do it. A lot of times I just go out and do things. I don't announce it. Sometimes it's just that way nobody knows I failed, but also because it's none of their business. If I'm out there doing it, then that's what happens. Like you take control of your life. You don't let other people control your life by talking about it all the time, telling them I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Getting out there on someday someday I'm going to do it. Why validation is so addictive. Validation gives you instant reward, the dopamine hit, emotional comfort, social approval, identity reinforcement, and it costs nothing. It doesn't cost you anything. It just got to cost you a little bit of time to go do a little bit of work or post it or, you know, ask for approval, ask for different things. And, Go up to somebody and be like, look what I did. Where growth costs your effort, your time, your ego, your comfort, the consistency. It just takes time to get the growth. It's not, you can't go out on the weekend and get growth. It's going to take a year or two, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It's going to take years, not just go out there and post it one time and see what happens. So the brain learns validation now is easier than growth later. And then you get addicted to that. Like you get addicted to the dopamine hits. I've been working on my YouTube and my TikToks. Are they getting better? I don't know. I hope so. But I've been putting in a little bit more time and watching some other people and how they're editing. I'm taking more mental notes on the editing and what they're talking about, how they're presenting it, how they're chopping up the day in the life of their vlogs, things like that. And hopefully I'm getting better. I'm going to shoot another one here in a little bit. But I've been doing different angles when I'm videoing. And so this is the little bit of growth because I was watching another video where they said, post 100 videos and you can learn from them. But if you're not learning from them, you're just posting the same thing. So I'm trying to learn from all the videos that I post and see what people like, what people don't. And do they get a lot of likes? Not really, but they get some views, and we're learning. Right? Maybe one day we're gonna crack the code and figure out what people like from the Marcus Allgood show and from my YouTube channel and my social media. Social media and the validation economy. Modern platforms reward expression over execution, vulnerability over responsibility. You see that all the time where people just complain the whole time. Sharing, overdoing, intention over outcome. Some people learn if I talk about trying, I get rewarded. That's dangerous. So you really want to talk about how you got there or what you're actually doing going forward. But if you just sit there, talk about how you're trying to do it and you're not actually doing it, it somehow gets rewarded, and it's the wrong kind of rewards that you need to make the change in your life. The world now rewards the appearance of growth more than the evidence itself. And it's a sad time that we live in, but it's the truth. And just be better and get out there and just prove yourself right that you got the evidence, and just get out there and get after it and make it happen. The hidden cost of living on validation. Validation driven living creates dependency on approval, fragile confidence, inconsistent effort, identity without substance, stagnation disguised as progress. You feel seen but unchanged. It's just like, ugh. You feel supported but unmoved. Like you're not really feeling like you're changing yourself or putting a change out there in the world. So validation without growth becomes a ceiling. You just get capped off at the ceiling without the growth. Like you just get, it's just there. Signs you're choosing validation over growth. You seek engagement. You seek encouragement before effort. You announce goals publicly all the time. Every time somebody opens your TikTok, you got another goal. You feel good about talking about your plans. Going back to the goals, you open your, people watch your TikToks, they see you talking about goals, but they never see you executing the goals or coming back to the goal, hitting the goals, things like that. You avoid feedback that challenges you. You want understanding more than correction. You repeat patterns but explain them well. If you don't need approval before action, validation is driving your life. So choosing growth instead, do before you declare. Let the results speak first. Once you once you start doing it and you get the results, then you can start talking about it. Let those actions speak for themselves. Seek correction, not comfort. Seek for feedback and not the applause. Measure evidence, not intention. What changed? What improved? How can I fix it? Detach from the applause. Growth often happens unseen, and we all know that. Most people don't see the giant iceberg underneath the water, they only see the tip of the iceberg. You got to accept discomfort. Growth always costs something. It's always going to cost you time, effort, um, your dignity sometimes. You got to get rid of the ego and just jump in and get into that discomfort zone. Growth feels worse in the moment, but better in the mirror. You can make the change, you can make it happen. And when you're going through the growth, it feels like you're not going in the right direction, but most of the time you're going in the right direction. Just keep at it. And when you look back in a year from now, you're going to be like, man, sure, I'm glad I went through that. So ask yourself honestly, do I want to become better or do I want to feel supported while staying the same? Because validation feels warm, growth feels hard, but only one changes your life. Stop chasing approval, start building the proof. That's the pod. I appreciate everybody watching and listening.